What a disaster. What a disaster. So in my setup, I'm going to talk to you today about MMORPG games. I'm going to show you right here in Guild Wars. If you like to multi-class or if you like to do builds, Guild Wars is great for that. But the disaster is this. I record this talking part on an iPhone, and then I put it in LumaFusion into my, oh my gosh, my lights went out. Everything's going downhill, YouTube. And I had just put it on, taken a picture. So the screen kept dimming off, and I'm like, why is the screen dimming? It's dimming because I only took a snapshot. I wasn't recording, so I have to re-record this. What you're seeing now is how you build. Those are the different type of specializations you can have in Guild Wars. So what you have is you have a class, and inside that class you have different specializations. Then you have, ultimate specializations or whatever. So it gives you a lot of build diversity. Also, your weapons and your armor determine your build. So you have a lot of things that are going to impact your build. So the type of armor you have, you can slot it with different type of attributes that will change your character. And it also, I think you can make transmog things where they can have the same style, but the style changes with the armor. So it's a lot of customization, light graphics, not a lot of impact on your system. I said earlier in the part that didn't get recorded that I recorded this on 1920 by 1080 on my Lenovo Legion Go handheld, which is great. I'm showing you here the maps. Maybe some of the times you want to go around in any of these games that are different than a shooter, right? When you're playing a game, you want some progression of I'm not wasting my time. So I'm progressing. And role-playing games give you that in spades. So you get to see some progression. You're going for a goal. I get on for 15 minutes. I make a level and I get off. Or I craft some armor for an alt or whatever. So in part of this, I'm showing you here on the screen that you can actually search for things on a map. There's some folks that don't want they do not want unexplored areas on their map. So this kind of scratches that itch. And you get a bonus if you get all the items on a map. Let's talk about Guild Wars 2 specifically. Guild Wars 2 is an MMORPG. What's great about the class system in that is that you have different classes. I think there's 7 to 11 classes. You have different races. Your races give you some type of story, I believe, in these races that you go through in your home city. But you can go to other people's home city and explore their kind of thing. It's really an open world kind of thing. You can do everything. There's events. And let's say you just get the base game and let's say you played the base game and played all the base classes and got them up to, that's going to be a dump truck load of time in the game that you get some progression. And it also has a shared basis to it. So you also build up stuff for all your characters. So that's what I like. I hate doing a game. Early when the Division came out, you couldn't share mats, materials. So if you had an alt, you had to redo everything. It's nice when you don't have to redo anything. You have a big horse that just plowing the field for all your characters, making all the resources, open up all the content. That's kind of nice. So then you can go do that other content. But what's nice about this, and now we're going to talk about Star Wars Old Republic. Star Wars, and then I'll talk to you why I'm even doing it. Star Wars Old Republic, same thing. You've seen me play it before. It has great stories. I think it was made originally by Bethesda. There's 8 classes. Once you finish your class stories, there's kind of like 2 levels of it. There's like a 1 to 25 and then a 25 to 50. And then you go to these galaxy quests, which are fantastic. If you like Star Wars universe, it scratches all those itches. If you want to be a Jedi, if you can't stand Jedis, if you want to be Sith, if you want to know the difference between light side, dark side, it gives you all of that. So it's a great game for you to play if you like Star Wars. Gaming wise, you end up doing a lot of you can craft in it. You have progression of characters. Now you can like dual class, and I talked a little bit about that. In the video I showed you there was 2 classes. One of the replayabilities for games is if you can do different classes with the same character. Yes, everyone can make alts, and speaking of alts, let's go to Albion Online. Albion Online is an isometric MMORPG. It's a great game because it goes on multi-devices, so it can go on a phone, a tablet, or PC. It can go on Mac, Linux, whatever. It's on Steam. It's really great. All these games have a PvP element. Albion Online, as you progress, there's going to be a point where you're not going to really be able to progress past. You're going to have to do some PvP. And if you want to do PvP, then that's a good thing. It's a good game for that. There's other games that are probably better for PvP, but in this kind of MMORPG free thing, because you're looking for this progression, crafting, collecting, raising your tool level, doing all that stuff. Albion Online scratches that itch, and it does it on every device. So that's what's nice about that game. Lord of the Rings Online. Again, like with Star Wars, if you like that universe, Lord of the Rings is going to be online. It's going to be great. You're going to play with all the people in the movie. You're going to have some of your quests are going to be tied into that. Doesn't replicate it exactly. They've opened up all the content. So really, once you purchase it, you're going to have reams and reams and reams of time to be able to put into that game. Again, the resources aren't hard. You can play. I play it on the Mac. I play it on my Legion. It's very low resources, and you can put it on relatively high graphics. Why does that matter in all this? Maybe I can't talk about that yet because I got to talk about one more game. But Lords of the Ring Online is great, especially if you like that universe, if you like D&D, and if you like Tolkien. It's going to give you all that in spades. So the last game I think I'm going to talk about until I go over the whole thing is going to be Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online is a great game. It's in that universe also. So if you like the Morrowind universe, and that's the universe you're playing in, right? And you're playing in Elder Scrolls. If you played Elder Scrolls 5, you're going to like Elder Scrolls Online. Again, low resources, classes, and they've really opened up the classing. The classing is you can take any skill line from any class and train it and use it. Elder Scrolls Online, one thing that I loved about it and kind of was meh about it was that you could make a character that was unkillable. Now you can make him even more unkillable if there's such a thing. So why am I talking about this? There was an article on PC Gamer Online, 14 free MMOs you should try. All these MMOs that I went over are ones that I play, that you've seen videos of me play, and they're low resource, so no matter what kind of machine you have, you should be able to play it. Playing these games on Linux where they're emulated, right, and they can still run high frames, so they're not that heavy. They're playing them on a Mac and it's emulated high frames, playing it on a handheld PC environment, 76 frames per second. It's great. So we're looking for value, like I'm getting the most bang for my buck, right? So this is one of those things. Do I chase? Now we're going to remember that. So what we're kind of fighting is this. Do I constantly stay on that wheel where I have the highest level graphics and I have the highest level game and I have the most memory to run all this stuff versus, and I'm investing $70 in a game. Yes, everyone's playing it. I'm going to be able to play it in a year or so. So that's kind of what I'm doing. This is for someone that wants to have good value in gaming, wants to play a game and be in it. There's still people playing. If you go on Steam DB, Elder Scrolls Online, Star Wars Galaxy, Lord of the Rings all have over like 1,000 people. Some have maybe 10,000 people, but whatever it is, there's people online. So it's not like, if you're going online and you want the total guild experience, then I think you go on any game you want, you find the guild that's on there, and then you're going to have that. I mean, all these games have guilds on there and people recruiting. This is really for, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I want to get in and out of the game. I might like other games, but I have an itch I want to scratch, but I either like to grind or craft or do those kind of other things. Or I have friends that have older PCs that might not be able to play the AAA titles, and I want to play games with them. So you have this kind of, and it's a continuum. It's not a black or white, right? So irreconcilable doesn't always mean that it's binary. There's a lot of things that you do for gaming. I kind of focus on gaming that I have some thread in, and the reason I played all these games is originally I was interested in the story. Albion Online, not so much. I wanted a game that was multi-platform, and that sure was. And so that's kind of where we're at on the games. I'm looking for games that I can play, that I can maybe play with some of you online. I've had fun when I've met people doing the channel and we've gamed together. It's absolutely fun. I played Destiny with a couple of people, and tried to play with a couple of people on the Division 2. And I've played with some people, and I'm in a guild on Division 2, and when I play with those folks, it's very nice to feel familiar. But a lot of times I like just doing my own thing, but I like being in that universe. Maybe I can help when I want to. Maybe there's open events and I can play with the open events. Like in Elder Scrolls Online, you can fight dragons, and it's a group event, and it's, every 5 to 10 minutes, so you can get, half hour worth of good gaming in and then log off. What else I'm going to say? So that's really the point. Don't want to get into, again, a lot of politics. I do. I'll share a quick story. I was out at Walmart, and a person said, "Thank you for your service," and I was polite and talked to him and appreciated him recognizing me, excuse me, and supporting me. And then we talked about a couple things that were happening, and we disagreed. But what was great is we left in a really good situation. He recommended me dog treats. I didn't want to buy them, but I bought them because I thought it was more important to connect with them, like, hey, I'm not trying to shove my view down your throat, and I will take your recommendation to me to get dog treats for Roxy. And maybe that's dumb, but that's a little bit of grace I tried to extend him, so hopefully he extends that to me. Hopefully you extend that to me. If you don't agree with everything I say, it's okay. And I think I mentioned the last thing. Once I think I'm going to do buy me a coffee kind of thing, and then I'll comment on there, and I think that's more appropriate to comment in that area. So again, I appreciate everyone that's watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. This is Ronan Kazi checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye.
You look grim, my friend. What's wrong?
We've learned that the White Mantle has been trying to eliminate the Queen's allies. My name was on a list.